What are the types of orgasm that is available to us? This is a question that I often get asked by people who already can have orgasms. My name is Martha. I'm a clinical sexologist with a doctorate in human sexuality, and I'm from Eros Coaching. That's eroscoaching.com. So what are the types of orgasms that are available? Okay, the most common being genital-based orgasms. These are orgasms that we experience when we stimulate our genitals, when we rub our genitals, play with, fondle with our genitals. For people with vaginas, it's usually the clitoris, which is the most sensitive part, and this is the orgasm that about 80% of women statistically are known to be able to have orgasm only in that way. And then there's people with penises. What they do is they might stroke up and down the shaft, they might play with the head of the penis, known as the glans, and so these are genital-based orgasms. And then we also have penetrative sex orgasms for people with vaginas. This is when the penis goes into the vagina, going in and out, and this rubbing friction actually causes orgasm. So the sensation is sufficient enough to create an orgasm for them. I know of people who are unable to have orgasm that way. They can feel the penis moving in and out of the vagina, but they're not able to attain sufficient build up to attain an orgasm. And one of the ways is to just relax into your body and really allow for more sensation and awareness to go into that part of your body. And one might need to do more genital massage in order to attain that. And so I do have some resources. There are some videos in which you can learn how to give and give genital massage. So there's penetrative sex orgasm that I just mentioned, and then there's also G-spot orgasm. So people with vaginas have a G-spot, and people with penises also have a G-spot. It's not commonly known, but the male G-spot is also known as the prostate gland. And the prostate gland for people with penises can be accessed through the anus. And it is about 1 finger length in, more towards the body. And by stimulating that part, some people can have great pleasure and sensation in that way. May not be able to ejaculate, but it is entirely possible to be able to have orgasm in that way. And if you're interested, you may want to try it with a partner, try it with your own finger, or purchase one of those prostate massages that is becoming more and more common in sex shops. And you can also buy it online, of course. There's then moving on to the G-spot for people with vaginas. It is also about 1 finger length into the body. And for some people, it's not 1 finger length into the body. And this is because the G-spot is at different positions for people. And it's important when you're talking about stimulating the G-spot to know that it's not necessarily a spot. It is probably more like a rough region, and it is also towards the body, just like the prostate gland for people with penises. So what you want to do is just play with that region, and don't go for rough poking or pressing when you are not aroused. And it is very, very important to be at a heightened state of arousal so that your G-spot will be more easy to be found. Then for people with vaginas, I know that there's also another spot known as the A spot, or in some places they call it the AFE spot. And this is further into the body, further from where the G-spot might be. And this is right near the cervix. And so that area being stimulated causes a different kind of orgasm to happen. And it is believed that the fluid that is being generated from there is a different fluid. So just experiment with it and learn about your own body. Then there's also cervical orgasm for people with vaginas. Cervical orgasm is at the end of the vagina. That's the entrance to the womb, known as the cervix. So as the cervix is being hit, there's also the cervical orgasm that is happening. So now that we've talked about inside the genitals, let's talk about inside the body. Let's talk about outside of the body. And we also have what we know as the nipple orgasm. This is when the breasts are being stimulated, both for men and women. And the nipples, the stimulation can cause an orgasm. apparently about 10% of the population are able to have nipple orgasms. And why restrict it to nipples? How about eargasms? How about joygasms or spiritgasms or heartgasms, blissgasms, full body orgasms? And it's entirely possible, the full range of orgasms that is possible and accessible to us with some patience, surrender, training, consciousness. It is entirely possible. And I teach this with Tantra. Some people think that you must have a partner in order to begin to learn Tantra. It's not true as well. So if you're interested to find out more about orgasms, feel free to connect with me. And if you have if you want some more free resources, you can go to this campaign that I created a few years ago, and I still continue to update, and it's called eroscoaching.com/masturbation month. Every month in the month of May, it is a masturbation month in the US, and I've been creating content with regards to that. So you might like some of the other videos that I have produced over the years. So as always, if you have questions, you can connect with me. You can ask me at ask@eroscoaching.com. That's eroscoaching.com. So this has been Dr. Martha Tara Lee of Eros Coaching, and I look forward to hearing from you. In the meantime, stay beautiful, stay sexy, and keep exploring your body, because this is really a gateway to your consciousness and to your evolution.